Today on Meet the Makers, we sit down with a musician and entrepreneur redefining what a modern studio can be. Taylor Crouse has built a name in the creative world, bringing his vision to life with one of Santa Monica's most dynamic production spaces. As the founder of Paradise Studios, he's created a hub where brands, artists, and storytellers come together to bring ideas to life. Taylor, thank you so much for coming on to the show today.
Very welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. This is a beautiful studio you have here, Paradise Studios in Santa Monica, California. Tell us, who was Taylor Crouse before, Paradise, this whole music studio, this whole thing got started?
Well, I went to school for mechanical engineering down at Cal State Long Beach. I was always just pretty good at math. But I found a love for business while I was in school. I joined a multi-level marketing company and just knew halfway through that, although I was going to finish my degree, I was like, I don't think this is really engineering's for me. So I became a financial advisor out of college, got all my licenses, my Series 6, Series 63, Series 65, did insurance for about 2.5 years or so. And then at that time, I found a coach that did sales for I think it was 10 years. He did door-to-door sales.
Oh, wow, okay.
It was the best salesman I ever saw. Got into solar, went door-to-door. I actually paid that coach my life savings of about $25K at the time, most of which money was my dad had given me. Became pretty good at sales and then started my solar company, which is just down the hall. Before music, I was all just building a life that, if this could be the best life that I ever had, what would that be? What would that look like? And really being committed to that vision. A lot of days door to door in the dark. It was rough, and even when I started, I'd cry sometimes, go out for hours, knock doors, and not even create an opportunity to give a presentation. And so a lot of those days are pretty rough, but in all those moments, I always would think about, well, if I quit, that's the reality now that I am settling for. Something I didn't really want. And then I would just put more time in, invest more into learning, practicing, going out more hours, because I was committed to creating this reality that I have now. So before music, that's kind of really all I was up to. And then the music thing happened about almost 6 years ago now.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Did you grow up with music in your family?
Yeah, actually, funny enough, my uncle is an Elvis tribute artist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's I think 67 now, and he still sells out 300-person shows. He's amazing, got a great voice, just got a great love for people and just doing it. My mom is a fantastic singer. Yeah, it's kind of, and then actually funny enough, my grandma, I've just realized recently, actually used to teach music.
Oh,
she would teach
great.
Piano and stuff. There's pictures of her in black and white back in 1940 or whatever, right? So yeah, a lot of that has accumulated to my self-belief in music. I'm like, oh wow, there is a little bit of family history here.
Yeah, it's in the vein.
I guess, yeah. I'm setting the veins and doing what I can.
That's awesome. What made you build Paradise? What problem did you see in the music industry? You're like, you know what? I want to come to LA and have a studio here and fix whatever's going on.
Yeah, providing a space for artists to collaborate and just the premise of happy accidents.
Yes.
You familiar with those?
Oh yeah.
It's when something doesn't work out, it's a setup for something better that you could not have seen coming. Mm-hmm. And that happens to me a lot in my life where something doesn't work out and then I just shrug and then something better happens later. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yep, that's why that first one didn't work out.
Right.
So to quickly make a segue to that story, even in the studio, when I first was looking for a studio, I was trying to actually sign a different unit down the hall. And I was like, hey, I'm ready, let's do it. Give us the lease. It was gonna take a lot of work. We have to redo the inside a lot. And they hesitated to give me the lease. And I was like, yo, can I get this lease? I'm trying to sign. And they're like, oh yeah, we're actually looking at another candidate. And I was like, what? Why? I'm fully qualified. You guys like my application. We already went over this. And they kind of didn't get back to me. And then 2 days later, I found out they signed the other tenant. And I was like, oh my God. I was so pissed off. And so eventually they said, hey, by the way, we actually think there's a better unit for you in the building. And then they showed me this unit. And not only was it a better fit, because it had 2 rooms instead of 1, it was less money. Again, it didn't work out. I was begging for this lease. Give it to me.
Yeah,
and they didn't give it to me.
You wanted, actually turned out something better.
And so that happens to me all the time. So with the studio, kind of what's happened is I started producing an artist April of 2020.
Okay.
He was a nice guy out from Jersey, and he showed me one of his songs. The pandemic had just hit, and I was like, wow, this actually could be something. I've always been interested in music. Started going to the studio with him, and then just as an entrepreneur and a business guy, I was like, oh, we're paying money for the studio time. How do I reduce that cost so we can keep doing it to eventually make money, not lose money. So I invested in some home studio equipment, just an interface, a microphone, some cords, and I was like, I have an engineering background, maybe I can figure this out, right? Started figuring it out, and then from there became just a continuation of it. Investing in studio equipment, it's always the joke of we get something new and it's like, now we have everything we need. So, from all the speakers to the interface, to the NKIV preamp, to the tube tech, to all these cords you see, the drum set, it became, I have all this stuff, what's the evolution of it now?
How do you balance being an artist and also a business owner? Because you make music as well, and I've listened to your songs and they're amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, so how do you balance being a creative musician and also being a business owner?
It's definitely pretty tough. I think just because it's like, a lot of times being an artist is like really being present and pushing out like all outside thoughts and like nothing matters but this moment right now. And sometimes that's tough with the business because I literally have to sit there and think of like, okay, what's working, what's not working, what's missing, what do I need to improve on? And it's like two very different parts of the brain. But usually just like throwing my phones away and like literally turning them off and putting them in another room, then I can't work or I can't get interrupted. Other than that, just like blocking out time when I can, or like I've been doing a new thing recently where I'll get up super early, 5:30, and I'll get to the studio by like 6-ish, 6:30, and then I got a good 2 hours of like nobody hitting me up.
I was listening to your song Be Great, like it's so motivational, and I see a lot of animals in the art as like on your album covers.
Oh,
Is there something like that inspired you? Like everything here is very colorful and like everything's very positive. What messages are you trying to put into them?
Also a good question. So yeah, definitely vibrance is a big vibe of mine, and I guess just with my music specifically, like doing sales, like I help somebody with a transaction, like going solar, nice, it benefits their life, they save money, helps the planet, awesome, right? But it's very like linear, right? And so the idea I had was like with music was like, man, like how cool would it be if I could inspire somebody audibly through like Be Great or whatever, to like just like make their thoughts better, like elevate their thinking. Like it's not just about like, fuck this, fuck that. Music has its lane, and it can definitely, I appreciate it for what it is. But yeah, it's like I wanted to make music where it could like elevate somebody and give them the words they didn't know they maybe were missing.
Yeah.
A lot of my music is like, if I could inspire somebody now, like how could that influence the people that they know and the people that they know? And like eventually 100, 500,000 years from now, when I'm dead and gone and maybe all my music is forgotten, but like it inspired somebody who inspired somebody who inspired somebody. Just almost like throwing a stone into a pond with the ripple, like the ripple of good energy and good love and vibes.
Love it. What is one like moment where you had a guest come to the studio and you're like, okay, I feel like this is the reason why I'm here?
This girl found us through our company line. And she's like, hey, like I'm trying to record this like tonight, and it was like already 8 o'clock, and I was like, oh my gosh. And she's like, I'm trying to record it right now. I was like, okay. I was like, let me see if I can get one of our engineers to come in. But yeah, then I was just thinking about it as an artist myself. Like sometimes like you just gotta lay it down and like strike while the iron's hot. And so I hit her back up. I was like, you know what? Like just come in. Like I'll record you because I know how to do it. And she's like, okay, cool. I can be there in an hour. Thankfully, I showed up and my other engineer, Garrett, was already here, so he was able to record it, which worked out perfectly.
Oh, good.
But just the kind of being a studio that I guess you could say can be like a haven for people, or just a place that's I guess affordable but a good vibe. We just had another artist that came recently, he does like African tribal music, and he's like, man, it's so cool. This like rainforest room, it's like a jungle. It's like so on vibe for like being in the space I want to record.
I mean, you come from a family that is very into music. And they've seen, Paradise grow into this big, beautiful space. How do they feel about, like, have they been to this space yet? Or, like, have they?
They've been here before. It's been a little bit. It's constantly growing and evolving.
Yeah.
They're coming this weekend, so they might see this weekend, yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Your question was how
do they feel about, like, how it's grown and everything? Like,
I think they're pretty impressed and proud. I would say to anybody maybe starting anything, sometimes it can be challenging not to listen to your parents or people that are closest to you in the beginning, because they're definitely very proud of me and let me know that now. But when I started, they were like, "Oh, are you sure? Like, you sure you don't want to use your engineering degree?" Like, yeah. Even when I did door to door, my dad was like, "Oh, Taylor, you're not door knocking. You're doing solar presentations," because his friends would ask like, "Hey, like, what's your son up to?" And
yes.
Like, "Oh, he's doing solar presentations." I was like, "Dad, I'm knocking on doors." It was just like it was so hard for him to like, I don't know, express that when he's like, my son went to school for engineering, was a financial advisor, and then now he's knocking on doors. So in the beginning, it was tough because although they were they were like hesitantly supportive, right? Like also not like gung-ho, like, oh, okay, we totally, like, for sure. But now it's like, oh yeah, we always knew you could do it, you know, so.
What was it like? I mean, just getting this whole studio together, being, you know, everything painted, everything decorated. You did a phenomenal job. So, like, walk me through the process about that.
Sure. I mean, I guess you could just say one day at a time. I mean, sometimes it's like, I love the saying, go as far as you can see.
Yeah.
And then when you get there, you'll see how to go farther.
Yeah, yeah.
So with the studio, it's kind of like, I didn't even have the ideas for the murals until we got here, and I was like, man, I want it to be a vibe. Like, it should be like you're transitioning to a different world in some way, shape, and form. So yeah, you know, first it was the couch and the TV, and then it was getting all the music equipment in here, and then it was painting, and that was crazy. This one took, I think, like 10 days for her to paint. The other one, 14. And then just moving stuff around. Like we even had a couch here just recently, and I'm like, you know, I think it's kind of cramping, like it's taking up too much space. We're not really using it, so we got that out of here. So just a lot of like iterations of like, okay, how do we improve this today? Then you know, the piano was crazy. We had a whole piano crew, like a guy like from Germany with his team, like with a wooden sled, and all four of them lifting it at a time.
Oh my god!
Go one step at a time. It literally was so heavy they could only go one step at a time. You know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, all right, like 1, 2, 3, that. And they were lifting it. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, yeah. And so yeah, we're grateful for them.
How has social media like been? I guess has it changed? Has it helped how studios, particularly music studios, operate? And like, is it good? Is it bad? Like, what's your take on it?
Yeah, I would say I've personally been experiencing the power of social media in a way I never have before very recently, just posting a little more consistently. Just even, I would even say to anybody out there, just recording literally what you're doing. Like even the other day, I just recorded myself practicing guitar and I shared that. I have a buddy of mine that does like the Forex market trading. He just would post his trade results, and from that he grew in a massive business from just posting what he was doing. And so for me recently, I've just been posting what I've been doing, like here I'm in the band, here I'm in the office and interviewing people for solar, or, you know, recording something with music studio. And then people have been hitting me up every day for different things and opportunities, and thinking of me. I just got offered a guitar gig today from someone that saw a post I made like yesterday. It's like, oh my gosh, wow. So yeah, so it's been super cool to, and then yeah, you know, I posted the studio, and then one of my recent guys that are gonna record here saw that, and he's like, oh, I wanna come by, check it out. So yeah, I think it's been just incredibly powerful, and just being like, I guess the way to advertise, or just keep spreading the word, keep being in front of people.
And then last, before we close, you know, looking into the future, like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, what do you want to see, you know, Paradise like, and where do you want to see, like, you know, and where do you want to see your music at as well?
Yeah, for my own music, yeah, just, you know, millions of listeners, and playing some live shows. I'm gonna talk to the manager right now, so fingers crossed on that. And yeah, as far as the studio goes, what's really unique about this building is like it's still pretty empty, but it just seems like it's like our building, right? Like we've got the best 2 units in the building, and then once these spaces get rented out like so consistently that we need to add more rooms. There's actually a bunch of open rooms right next door. So my vision is to have like each engineer will have their own room. We're like, okay, you're in room A, you're in room C, or whatever, and just like basically have this building be a music hub. You know, we're in Santa Monica, California, of all places. It's like, you know, I've lived in California for 31 years. I've lived in Long Beach, Sherman Oaks, Culver City, Mar Vista, Woodland Hills, Simi Valley. I've driven everywhere for all these different, when I was a financial advisor. You know, I've been to, of course, Manhattan Beach, Palos Verdes. Like, I can list everywhere. Right?
Yes,
But Santa Monica specifically, it's just so vibrant to me, and that's why I think, like anywhere, just being in a spot that has that energy, like that's going to be captured or felt or experienced or interpreted on some level. So this building specifically in the location 3 blocks from the beach, outside this is the promenade, any coffee, food options you could want. Like,
of course, yes.
And it's not too many places you can find that in LA. So
it's so walkable, and it's also like the breeze, the ocean's right there, and everything. It's just prime real estate, man. So.
Yeah. So we're pretty excited about it, and but just dominating this building slowly but surely, taking it over, and just having people come in every day, and just you know, the friendships that could be made, and then like, oh hey, let's go get a coffee, or hey, let's like walk to the beach. I think our engineer did that yesterday. Yeah. So yeah. But do you want to see these rooms real quick?
Let's take a tour.
It's my time, baby. Let's get it. Yeah. Ooh. Said it's my time, it's my day, gonna be great. Said it's my time, it's my day, gonna be great. 1, 2, said it's my time, it's my day, gonna be great. Said it's my time, it's my day, gonna be great. You better be jumping around, yeah. I say what's on my mind. Right now it's bitches, otherwise it's the grind. I think that you is sorta fine. Hold up, I'm up, no fucks, I'm right on time. I manifest my destiny. Today is a dream that I had last week. One of the girls sweeps me off my feet. I promise to give you the best of me.
Thank you so much for having us here at your studio today. And yeah, please tell us where we can find you and Paradise on social media.
Sure, yeah, we're at Paradise Studios LA on Instagram. LA is actually a play on the letters LA. It's also at Legendary Art. I have this legendary tattoo. I don't know if you can see it. So.
Oh yeah. Oh nice.
I'm a big Halo guy, so it's the Halo 5 font. I was like 14th in the world at free for all for a moment, so it's pretty cool. It's my claim to fame. Anyway, so Legendary Art, Paradise Studios LA. Instagram, and then just paradisestudiosla.com for bookings. Yeah, so.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for coming out. Really appreciate it. And yeah, grateful to you guys watching, and hope you guys come by and check it out sometime.